The 24th annual Ijtema of Majlis Ansarullah Australia was held at Baitul Huda Mosque, Sydney, from the 24th to the 26th of October 2014. Ansar travelled from as far as Western Australia, almost 4,000 kilometres away, to reach Sydney. The National Ijtema was attended by nearly 275 Ansar out of 466 members Australia-wide, compared to last year's attendance of 185 members. The registration of members started on Friday morning, 24th of October 2014. The Ijtema commenced after Jummah prayers with flag hoisting ceremony. The opening session started after Jummah prayers and was chaired by Mr. Feroz Ali Shah, Sadr Majlis Ansarullah Australia. After Tilawat and Nazam, Sadr Ansarullah delivered the opening address in which he emphasized on the topic of taqwa. Various sports and educational competitions were held. Despite hot weather during the day, Ansar took great interest in sports. This included the 100-meter race, tug of war, volleyball, shot put, cricket, soccer, the 1-kilometer walk, the table tennis, and badminton. It was the first time that by the grace of Allah this year we had 5 missionaries, including our Amir Sahib and missionary in charge Imam Inamul Haq Kausar, who delivered thought-provoking speeches on topics of Khilafat-e-Ahmadiyya, Tarbiyat and Tabligh. National Secretary Tehreek-e-Jadid requested spontaneous contributions on behalf of Amir Sahib, to which at the end of the day nearly $3,500 were contributed by Ansar members. The final session was presided by Amir and missionary in charge Imam Inamul Haq Kausar. The sports and educational competition winners were awarded prizes during this session. Majlis An-Nasr of South Australia won the Ulama Inami this year. Amir Sahib spoke on the topic of good education and spiritual training of children. He emphasized to the Ansar that it is their duty to teach children the moral values of Islam and the guidance and advice of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, may Allah be his helper. The advice of Hazur should be followed by Ansar first, and they must set an example for their children. If they do not offer prayers or pay financial contributions, or take part in Jamaat activities, or even participate in Tarbiyat and Tabligh, they cannot expect the same for children. The auxiliaries, including Majlis Ansarullah, were created by Hazrat Muslim Maud alayhi salam to enhance the spiritual status of Jamaat, because people try to compete if they belong to similar age groups and the same gender. Hazur Anwar, may Allah be his helper, has said that we must answer all the questions of Khuddam and Atfal openly, and we must not shun them in asking questions. In pursuance of Hazur's advice, Amir Sahib said that we should promote good habits like reciting and memorizing the Quran or poems by offering gifts to our children. We should desist from vain activities, and by this example advise the same to children, especially in the use of the latest technological devices. The teaching of children requires patience. There are examples from Hazrat Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, and Promised Messiah alayhi salam's lives in this regard. This requires a good relation with your companion, who is your wife, and prayers for your children. The Ijtema concluded with silent prayers led by Amir Sahib.